we jump into the questions, and let's see any questions I'm over here. Before we jump into the questions earlier, we just scroll across here. I'm about to give you all 2 tips for the season. You can see the first one there already, but I'm going to give you 2 tips for the season. Now, you know what season it is? Exam season. It's exam season. All right, let me just fix the slide there first. How y'all going? Press like on the video, share it up. 2 in looking 200, but the 2 will live. 2 tips for the season. Now, some of you must be reading this first tip and wondering what in the world is so saying. Take a break from studying with more studying. Sometimes when I used to be studying my long study sessions back in my university days, back in my school days, and I was studying and I get fed up of studying, writing and doing more work. Sometimes I used to I fed up, I rock back, and then I turn over the book and I start reading the back of the book, or I start reading the next topic, and before you know it, I'm taking a breather by studying more. Try that technique, people. I'm giving all your techniques you never hear before. Take a break from studying with more studying. So sometimes you're feeling like you need a break, just take a break off of the mathematics that you're doing and just start looking over your notes from standard 4, and all of a sudden you're helping yourself. Because right now we're in the crunch time. We are in the crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. It is exam very soon. Very soon you will be at exam. So take a break from studying with more studying. You're doing some maths. You know, it had these 10 words, Miss tell me to check out for spelling. I'm just check out these. I fed up at the maths. Then you're doing a bunch of English, you're doing your writing up your essay. Then, oh gosh, let me go and work out this fractions worksheet that I do. You always have something to do. So every time you finish something, do something else. No, it might sound ridiculously simple and thingy, but when you need to take a break, you just need to take a break from what you are doing. Yeah? So I seen somebody say they do this method. I see somebody say they do this method. Most of the time you think you need to take a break. All you need to take a break from is what you're doing. You know? You just need to take a break from what you're doing. And if what you're doing is studying maths, you can take a break from that and study English. And you'll try to approach it with a bright new outlook. Are you ready for the second tip? If you understand this tip, type words understand. Type I understand in some type of way. Write how you would type I understand. Write that in your own way and put it in the comments. I understand. Fully agree. I put it into practice. Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Thumbs up. Everything. Right? Take a break from studying with more studying. Now, this is something I used to use with my students when I used to private tutor. Sometimes they're tired and we just switch into something else, and all of a sudden they're not that tired again. All right. This is our next tip that you don't hear much. I'm giving all of these secret tips here. The early people are getting these secret tips before we start. Do over questions that you did before. Now, when you're doing maths, and I'm speaking specifically for maths here, when you're doing maths and you need to practice some questions, excuse me, generally you go looking for brand new questions and you do them, right? And you do them. Because you do this essay paper before, you do this practice test before, you do this assignment before, you do this homework before. In this stage of the game, it is very important for you to be repeating exact questions that you do before. Remember what I said last week about Steph Curry? Steph Curry comes up. It's a brand new game. He's the best shooter in the whole world, best shooter of the basketball. And yet he's still before the game, he going by the free throw line and he practicing the same shot that he did hundreds of thousands of times. Why is he doing that? He's getting it in that kind of muscle memory. Less mistakes will happen when you begin to do this. Especially if you're doing over questions that you get wrong last 2 months. You will begin to see massive improvement in this period when you're doing over questions that you got wrong in December, when you're doing your December practice test and January, and you're just doing them over now. Now I'm telling you this, there's not an if but maybe thing. I'm telling you a thing that I've used with students, hundreds of students, and it works. I mean, and I don't even mean in class, I mean in private tuition. I go into them and, okay, they did this paper before, do over this paper, do over that paper, do over that paper. No! Last thing before I go and start the paper, parents who listening, students listening, this tip is not penmanship. This tip is not penmanship. You're not supposed to go and watch over anything you do before and write it over. Like if you transcribe it, you just copy. No. I mean, do over the question without watching your previous answer. Yeah? So if you understand this tip, say I understand in your own way, I doing this, I've seen some people saying they're doing it already. Well, let's see. It's big, it's real thing. Yeah, especially before a test. Now, this is very simple tips that I give you here that people take for granted that work a lot, right? Okay, so today is not a practice test. For the last 7 sessions, we have been doing full practice tests. Today, we just want to focus on questions that are fractions. Let's call this the fractions worksheet super session. Sunday. Any other thing I could add to this name, by Sunday fractions worksheet super session. And we do one last year, so we had to call it number 2. Oh gosh. Nice. We can't add on anything else to that. 3 mixed numbers from the set below will produce a whole number when added. What are the 3 numbers? So these are popular little questions. Question that we have here, boy. So what I do in this question is kind of LCM all the fractions. So you LCM all the fractions and you're looking to see which one will give you a whole number. It's easier to see it if you LCM to 12 now. So I see in a quarter, I ignore the whole number part, right? A quarter, 2/3, 1, 6 1/2. So, and the LCM of all of this is 12. You understand? So I'm going to say 12. 4 can go into 12 3 times, so that's 3/12. 3 can go into 12 4 times, so that's 8/12. So you understand what I'm doing? I'm replacing these fractions so I will be able to see it a little better. 2 12s and 1 12. Now, which set of these, when I add them up, will give me a whole number, boy? What you all think? Which 3? Definitely 8, 3 and 1, right? 8 and 3 is 11 and 1 is 12. So this one, and this one will give me a whole number. The fraction, you all understand that? The fraction pieces give me a whole number here. So the answer is 3/4 plus 2 over 2/3 plus 2 over 1/12 gives a whole number. Type I got it if you got it. Type I got it if you got it. Or any kind of I got it thing. Number. Let's try to bring up more solutions these days. Last week I bring up the solution. So I could compare to see if there have anything wrong in the solution one time that way. Just to make sure. I'll just give me a second. I'm doing real things in the background here. Real things. Why is I doing the real things in the background? Take a look at number 2 and see what it is. Alright. Number. Somebody tell me I forget the arrow. It did. Watch it did. It just come in. Just did. The arrow. Alright, the small barrel holds 24.56 liters of water. Mariah used 13.25 liters to wash clothes and 5.112 liters to prepare food. How much is left in the barrel? Left is a synonym in essay for the word remainder. Remainder. It's a remainder question, and remainder questions mean you have to subtract. Sometimes in remainder questions, they'll have to subtract from the whole. But in this case, you have to subtract from this, which is the whole. They give you an amount for the whole. So Mariah uses 13 and a quarter to wash clothes and 5.5 to prepare food. I'll have to add 13 and a quarter plus 5.5. Now I'll do the whole fraction method. The whole fraction method is where I add the whole number separately. Then I add the fractions separately. So I get 5 quarters. Wait, whatever we did. 3 quarters. Apparently, 1 plus 2 is 5 in my mind right now. 1 plus 2 is 3, Mr. Kubin. So, all right, 13 plus 5 is 18. So far, she used 18 and 3 quarters. So, how much is left? Remaining means subtract. So, left, the remainder would be to subtract 24 and 5/6 minus 18 and 3 quarters. Somebody's telling me that. So let's do the whole fraction method again. You can do it with subtraction as well. Where we subtract the whole numbers first. 24 minus 18 is 6. Because 24 minus 18 is 6. Add 2 more each 20 and add 4 more each 24. 24 minus 18 is 6 all day, every day, bro. 5/6 minus 3 quarter. Well, we LCM that to 12. Last time when I did the LCM, I separated into 2 fractions. So let me just keep up that technique for this question alone. 6 going to 12 2 times. 2 by 5 is 10. And right now, you all should be seeing all of this real fast. It's like earlier. If I watch one of them old karate movies or something right now, or you're reaching the final point of the training, or you're supposed to be following all the movements, everything fast now, or you're supposed to be doing fractions faster than your parents, faster than everything. 4 into 12, 3, 3 by 3 is 9, and what we ended up with here? We ended up with 112. So 6 and 112. There we go, 6 and 112 is the answer. And I'm seeing Jonathan agrees with me, Naomi, Laura all agree with me. Wait, no, Laura didn't agree with me. Laura just say ha. Write in the box below the sign greater than or less than that correctly completes the number sentence. It's 2/3. We're gonna have to check this and see. We're gonna have to use a little LCM. So Larry use a little LCMD. By the way, parents, please note I teach maths, not English. All of these words are not official words in the English language. That is dialect. All right, so 2/3, 5/7, 21, 21 is the LCM. 3 can go into 21, or let me do the full technique this time. I do it like this. No. I still want to do it separate. You know why they never sit the arrow, do them anything. So let's keep them separate. 3 into 21, 7 by 2 is 14. The moment of truth is upon us. 7 into 21, 3 by 5 is 15. Ta-da! You are the bigger number. It should look like this. It should look like this. And Xbox player 016 agrees with me. Keyshawn and Navia have also agreed with me, so that means I must be correct. Because have you ever seen Navia get anything wrong? Never. 3/5 of a number is 48. What is 3/8 of the number? Okay. So this is another technique. This is the technique in fractions where we need to find the whole. This is the technique in fractions where we need to find the whole. So how do we find the whole in fractions? Did I write the wrong thing? 3 into 20. Number 2, I made a mistake in number 2. That's not, I've seen a little error here in what I have. Miss Part B. Yeah, but I see that error in the solutions. I come into the Part B. Right. I just need to make sure everything perfect in my question here because if I do if it's on a solution and student watch it and there's a little error in it, students start to panic and think well. So find the difference between 2/3 and 5/7. So actually it's 5/7 minus 2/3. So what we had that we got 15 over 21 minus 14 over 21. So the answer is simply 1 over 21. That was our freebie. Press like on the video. So we need to do this number now. And what you all getting for number 4? 3/5 of a number is 40. You're getting 30. I think Sylvia saying 30. Abriana saying 30. Abriana. I know this, Abriana. Abriana, you know, see. 3/5 of a number. 3/5 of a number is represented by 48. So if we say the whole, you all know the trick to find the whole. The whole find the whole trick. What we're going to do is 48 and multiply by the reciprocal. Just mean reciprocal mean flippy dips. Meaning flip it now. So then, I ain't even going to bother to deal with that right now. That is stated so. Who feel like I want to deal with this? All right, let me deal with it. At least let me get rid of the 3. 3, it could go into 48 how many times? 3 can go into 48 1 and 6. 16 times. So it's really 16 times 5. Do you know I can leave that just so and say, well, if I want to find 3/8 of the number, I could just throw 3/8 in the game one time. Tell 3/8, run out there and take a little play with them boys. And it's multiplied by 16, multiplied by 5. Yeah? So instead of having to multiply by here, shortcuts, and I legitimate shortcuts, not the weird shortcuts, so that's what I'll be doing. And then I'll get 3 by 6, 3 by 2 is 6, and 6 by 30, which is what I was getting long days ago. Long days ago, them getting them thing. Well done, DJ, YouTuber, and Jehan, and Rona. Rona say I'm going slow, so Rona want me to speed up. By the way, if this screen is fuzzy for anyone, you know what to do. Tell them what to do if the screen fuzzy day class. And go and find the gearbox icon and raise your settings. Anthony had a piece of wire that was 12 and 1/3 meter long. He used 7 and 5/6 of it. So fancy Rose, what is the remaining? Another remainder question. So let me just do the subtraction fast. You all have to speed through this one because people are my case, boy. People are my case, are there? Whole is 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is, just now it coming to me, don't rush me, 5 fractions time. So in the fractions land, we'll have 1/3 minus 5/6. Hey, anytime you see this number go into that number, that means the LCM really easy. You know, the LCM right is 6. 6. 3 could go into 6 2 times. 2 by that is 2 minus big problems. Big problems. 6 into 6, 1, 1. Let's see any problems here? Problems. What are we going to do about them problems, boy? Why them numbers wasn't behaving themselves? Problems. But we have things for that. Here's what we do when we encounter this piece of situation. We remove 1 from the 5. We have it. You seen it? You know it. So we get 4. Now that whole number, we're going to take a journey across here. See the 1 went, you see the visualize the 1 journey across here. Now it can't come across as a 1. Now we like to use the word boring mathematics, but I've been told by a student a long time ago that we're not borrowing, and he realized they're not borrowing anything, because when you borrow things, it's given back, and we never given back anything in mathematics. So we are taking the one, and the one is going to go here, but it can't come as 1. It needs to come as 6 over 6, which is 1. So I can like add 6 directly to the 2. Whatever this number is, you add it. You know that. So you end up with really 8 minus 5 over 6, which is 3/6, which is also a half. Because everybody knows 3/6 could break down into a half. So the final answer, you take this, and you merge it together, and you get 4.5. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff by King Jeremy Gaming. Are we coming through, Kalisha, Navia? Y'all understanding? Fractions worksheet. Fractions worksheet. The product of 2 numbers is 8. One of them is 3 and 5/9. What is the other number? So we have 3 and 5/9. We are multiplying by a mystery number. Ooh. And we get 8. So we know this. We know this. Now you know how to do this, right? When you had to find a mystery number, you have to, in this case, you have to divide. You have to divide. So this mystery number is going to be 8 divided by 3 over 5/9, right? Because if I said 2 times 8 is 16, and you didn't know what the 8 was, how would you find the 8? You would take this 2 and divide it here, and you get back the 8. So it's that same vibe. Now, it's looking weird, but don't worry, we have things for that. This is 8 multiplied by 3 by 9 is 27, plus 5 is 32, hopefully, over 9. Wait, I can't change that to multiply yet. I was just changing the time proper fraction firstly. So now it's 8, and now I will do the flips. I don't know what it's, right? We change the division to multiplication, and you say, yo, take a little spin around there, bros. And now you say 8 could go into this 4 times. So the answer is 9 over 4. But since they're giving us numbers in mixed number, how about we treat them nice and give them a little mixed number back? 4 could go into 9. 2 times remainder 1. 2 1/4. Somewhere real good to put it. I feel like that 3 marks lock if I put 2 1/4. So Juliana, weekly's allowance is $96. She spent 1/3 of it on snacks, 1/4 of it on hair ribbons, and saved the remainder. Now, I've been a teacher for a long time, not as long as some of my other teachers' friends. Some of my teacher friends have been teachers for 50 years. That's a long time. Some of my friends have been teaching for as long as I was on this earth, them teaching. But in all my years of teaching, I have never seen a student take their allowance, their spending money, and buy ribbons. So this is a unique question. So you have to pay attention to this question. So Juliana, weekly's allowance is $96. 1/3 of it on snacks, 1/4 of it on hair ribbons, and saved the remainder. What fraction did you spend on snacks and hair together? So we'll just add 1/3 and 1/4. We'll LCM it down. 3 can go into 12 4 times, so it's 4. 4 can go into 12 3 times, so you take it 3 multiplied by the 1, you get 3 here. So now we get 7 over 12, and I guess we need to do something with the remainder now. How much money did she save? Well, that's a remainder question. It's a remainder question, folks. So the whole is 1, or 12 out of 12. And she spent 7 out of 12. So how much did she save? She saved the remainder. So it's 12 out of 12 minus 7 out of 12, which can be done in your mind in the exam, and you get 5 out of 12. So we have the remainder here, but they don't want the remainder fraction. They want the remainder money. They want to know how much money she saved. But we know it's 5/12. 5/12 of the 96. And 96 feeling like a good number to find 5/12 of, because everybody knows 12 into 96 is none other than 8. And 5 by 8 is $40. And Jivan is somebody who agrees with me. Zanessa Lynch Lynch doesn't agree with me. Let's just take that back down. King Jerry agrees as well. And excuse me, sorry, DeAndre. Maybe they were saying that for something else. Lynch, what are you doing there, boy? A cafe cuts 12 cakes into nines. Kimura gets 1/3 of one cake. How many nines of cake does she get? Oh boy. So there were 12 cakes, just like this. The cakes were green, just like this, people. And the cakes had a nice little yellow frosting on them, just like this, people. And they cut them into 12s. All right, let me see if I can do that. That's one. I happen to be expert at cutting things into 12s. That's quarters. This will be eights. That's bad. I can't use that method. I have to use this method. That's third. There's the next. Let's see, thirds up the quarters. Thirds up the quarters. And then we have 12. So we have 12 pieces here. So I never eat green cake before. I never see cake that was green before. Come on, man. So we have 12, and Kimura got 1/3 of a cake. You see, 1/3 of a cake is 4 12s. Why am I cutting it into 12s? It's ninths. Feel any camp, boy. Feel any camp. What the drop of this cake? Ninths. I don't happen to be a professional at cutting cakes into ninths. So we have a little problem there. And I'm not really expert in the ninths cutting. Right. But let me see if I can try a little thing. I can do the thirds, like the thirds. And the thirds will be thirds of a third. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What do you think? I could call myself an expert in this as well. All right, so now we have how many nines of cake does she get if she got a third? She got 3 nines of cake, and you can see that there. Now, I just need to put the number 3. I don't go and put the number 3 nines there, because that's wrong. She got 3 nines of cake. If you put 3 nines of a nines of cake, you're being redundant. 3 nines of cake. Because another way to see it is 1/3 of 9 pieces would be 3 into this one, right? 3 to this 3 by 1 3. That's the next way to see it. How many nines of cake does the cafe have remaining? Well, in this cake, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 remaining. In the cut cake, there are 6 remaining nines. You all agree with me? I can work it out some other ways too, but I know I can do that. That's not the answer, because this cafe have 12 cakes. We only cut 1 and give Kimura out of 1 in capital letters. So I need to also take the other 11 cakes. The other 11 cakes would be 11 times 9 is 99. And 99 plus 6 is exactly that number I was seeing some people put in here. Remaining is going to be 99 plus 6, which is not 102, Lynch. Lynch, are you putting numbers so close to the answer all the time? 105. 105. 105 nights. Oh boy. Are they agree with that question? Was that good enough? That was good. Goodness. At a juice bar, a quarter of the customers drank orange juice, 3/5 of the remainder drank apple juice, and the others drank pineapple juice. What fraction of the customers drank apple juice? Well, this question is a remainder question with parts. So they do the remainder, then they take out the remainder, and then they do a next remainder, and then I'll ever see them, they like to do them these kind of questions in SCA, like this. Somebody had this, and then they use up this piece, and then this piece, this fraction here, went on in the question, and out of this fraction, they take a next little piece here, and that piece go on so, and then they got about this piece, and they know how to come out. That's happening very plenty in SCA. This is what going on there. That's what going on there. They're a fraction in a fraction. But let me see if you can break it down simple. At a juice bar, a quarter of the customers drank orange juice. 3/5 of the remainder drank apple juice. So 1/4 drank orange. So therefore, the remainder is 3/4. Obvious. Yeah, I just put the remaining piece of the fraction on the 4. So 3/5 of the remainder drank apple juice. And the word of is always going to be used in these settings for multiply. So 3/4 of the remaining, 3/5. So our apple juice, let me say orange juice. Apple juice is going to be 3/5 of the remainder. But what is the remainder? 3/4. We just worked that out just now, bro. 3/4. So this is going to be 9 out of 20. 9 out of 20 is the fraction that drank apple juice. Yeah. Press like on your video. New people, press like. Don't forget to share up in your groups and whatnot. Tell everybody we start. Some people let's forget. If there are 40 customers at the juice bar, how many customers drank pineapple juice? Oh, geez. And the others drank pineapple juice. Okay, so 1/4 of the customers drank orange juice. 3/5 of the remainder drank apple juice. And this turned out to be this number here. This is how much drank the apple. So how much drank the orange? 1/4 drank the orange. This is how much drank orange. And the remainder would drink pineapple. Because we work out the apple juice as it pertains to the entire fraction is 9/20. And 1/4 drank orange. So we need to just get like a little remainder. So the pineapples, boy. So 1/4 is the same as, let's get it in a nice denominator matching this one. 1/4 is the same as, how much times 4 can go into 25 times? 5 by 5 what times? That's 1/4. There are 4 5s in 20. Yeah. So this is how much drank orange. And once again, remember the apple was 9/20. Together, that is 14 out of 20. And the remainder would be pineapple, which is 6 out of 20. That makes perfect sense. But 6 out of 20 is a fraction. This time they want it in terms of customers, not a fraction. So pineapple customers, the pine customers, the pine custesses. You know, somebody is bosses when it comes to writing these shorthand things. 6 out of 20 times 40. This could go into this 2 times. 6 by 2 is 12 customers drinking the pineapple juice. 12 me. Yeah. We have people agreeing with this. Now is not the time for shoutouts. If 6/7 of a number is 54, what's it? We do this already. We do this already. Sometimes I spell words like already and thing, but it's SEA now, so I try and spell words properly for you before I go and put the wrong thing in the exam. 6/7 of a number. So 6/7 is represented by 54. So the whole will be the flippy dips. I mean, let's call it reciprocal, but flippy dip sounds more exciting. 6 could go into 54, boy. Just now it come into me 9 times. 9 by 7 is, that coming to me to 63. Yes. So the number, this mysterious number is 63. And what is 4? 21s of 63. I take a little pause to see how 21 going into 63 and it looking like it will going clean, boy. Clean. No damages. 21 into 21, 1 and 21 into 63, 3. Another 12. Look at that. Is a sign. 12 and 12. Josiah shared a bag of candy with his two friends. He gave Javan 1/6 and 3/4 of the remainder to Judah. What fraction of candy did Judah get? Okay. Once again, this is a remainder of a remainder question. 1/6 went to Javan. So therefore, the remainder would be 5/6. And out of this remainder, 3/4 went to Judah. So Judah gets, in terms of fractions, 3/4 of the remainder, which is 5/6 of mean multiply. We are seeing here this 3 could take a hike and go into the 6 2 times, and we will end up with 5 by 4 by 2, which is 8, 5/8. And he has that, and Silvana and Kenya and Jahim, and I mean, some people was paying it a long time. So big up on yourself. What fraction of the candy did Josiah give his friends? Okay, 5/8 went to Judah, 1/6 went to Juban. So in total, we have to add 1/6 and 5/8. And the LCM of 6 and 8, the first number that both of them could go into is not 48. It is actually 24. So let's add that up. So 6 into 24 is 4. 4 would be here, and 8 going to 24. 3 times 3 by 5 is 15. I am getting a nice looking 19 out of 24, and I feel very good about that because Amy and Kelvin as well have other. Kelvin, we're numerator, Kelvin. And my friend here who always answering faithfully, I'm seeing you every week answering a lot of questions. Big up yourself. And Sanjani and Silvana, I think. Yeah, good stuff. Silvana, you're on top of them today. So Kyla has 288 muffins of 2 different types, blueberry and poppy seed. This is the first time I have ever seen poppy seed muffins. Is that a thing? Pause. Poppy seed muffin. That's something like that can be disastrous, boy. Oh, like that little muffin, really little small thing. And it'll be kind of grizzly. Poppy seeds muffin, good for you. I don't know what I'm talking about. I want to see the muffin. Let me show you. I don't know if you see this muffin before. I didn't know this called it poppy seed muffin. I just thought it's the muffin really kind of textured, kind of small seeds. Nah, I thought I eat that already. Yeah. Anyway, we go back to the muffins. How many poppy seed muffins are there? Kyla's 288, blah, 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 blah. There are 3 times as many blueberry muffins, and this giving a little unequal sharing kind of vibes. Now, with fractions, when you see 3 times as many as this, and you have to be careful because many people is trying to use the number 3. But if it's 3 times as many, let me visualize it, right? Blue, this is the blueberry muffins, and I know that because it's blue. And the poppy seed muffins are orange, obviously. So this is poppy seeds and this is blueberry. And you're seeing it at 3 times as many as poppy seed. You're seeing it. But how many parts you seeing there? 1 to 3. Some of you all learn it like this. 4. It has 4 parts. So you actually need to divide by 4 to get 1. So 4 parts is what equals the entire 288 muffins. So 1 part would be equal to 288, or share, some of you all call it shares, by 4. And everybody knows that this is 72 because I've seen them putting it over and over in the chat. But just to be careful, let's just make sure, yes, poppy seed is 1 part, so therefore we have 72. Now, if that's a blueberry, we'd have to multiply by 3, but we don't. 5/6 of the poppy seed muffin have peanuts, and others have raisins. Stop. I need to check and see if poppy seed muffins could have raisins. Poppy seed muffin with peanuts. I think something right. Not seeing any visuals on this. Maybe you just grind the peanut and put it in. Alright, they're doing anything they want with these muffins. 5/6 of the muffin have peanuts and the others are raisins. How many had raisins? Well, the remainder, which is raisins by the way. How many of you like raisins in your rice? I know some people hate raisins and things. Would be 6 over 6 minus 5 over 6, which is 1/6. And I mean, you can work this out in your mind. And 1/6 of, how much is the poppy seed? 72. is 6 into 72 is 12. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 6 into 72 is 12. 12. Another 12? Nah. This paper trolling me, boy. If I see 12 one more time for this paper, a box can hold, hey, this question ain't done, boy. This question is giving me more. A box can hold 16 muffins. How many boxes are needed to pack all the blueberry muffins? So why are they making me now go back to this blueberry, boy? Wickedness. So the blueberry muffins, we have 72, because 1 part times 3. Just now earlier, I'm doing a little piece of maths in the background. 72 times 3 times 2, 6. 216. Hopefully. So 216 blueberry muffins. Stop. And our boxes hold 16. So the number of boxes we need would be 216 divided by 16, which doesn't look too hopeful. Things looking like it could be problematic here. I want to do 4. I want to do 4 into this is 4. And 4 into this is 54. Hopefully. And then 4 could go into this. 4 into 54 is 1 remainder. 1, 4 into 14 is 3. I'm getting 13 remainder 2. You see them 2 muffins there? That is a problem. We have 2 muffins on the outside that didn't make it into any box. But we have 13 boxes used already. Because there are 13 16s in 13 whole 16s. So in the case of this, we do not panic. We just know that we had to get an X box, get 1 more box, because apparently they want all the muffin in the box. So it had to be 13 plus 1 equal 14 boxes, which is what Leela and Naruto, even if Naruto could say that it's 14 boxes, that must be correct. Because he's from the Konoha village. Naruto know things. Naruto and I don't know the things, but if it's what it's not ramen, but you know things. 7/8 of 91. What is a quarter of the same number? 7/8 of. We do this. This time I just spell it like this only because I see it again. R-D. So you know what that means, yo? If this question comes for SE, I want every person here to get this question correct and quickly. Now, some kind of technique like this guaranteed to come for SE where they give you a fraction representing a whole and you may need to do something with it. So this means that you're ready for this. Right? So 7/8 is represented by 91. So the whole is 91 multiplied by the reciprocal, and we know 91 is divisible by 7. How do I know this? I know this. Why do I know this? I know this because 7 could go into 70 10 times, and 91 is the same as 70 plus 21 people. 7 could go into 70 10 times, and 7 could go into so 13. So once again, across all this, and I get 13 here. I get 13 by 8, which is something that I don't really care about right now. Because remember, I don't want to work it out. I could check and see what next. I want to find a quarter of the same number. A quarter of the number is 13 times 8. So instead, I can say find a quarter of multiply 13 times 8. And I'm seeing here that 8 is getting ready for a little cross outs. So I just really had to multiply 13 times 2, which was easier instead of multiplying 13 times 8. And everybody knows 13 times 2 is 26. Cake and ice cream is sharing in this question. I'll see it. Those of you all who just come in, let me saw the tips, but what we get them back the tips. Class, I think we should get them the secret tips that I give you all at the start. Consider the fractions 3/4 and 3/5. The numerators are the same, but the denominators are different. Using words or diagrams to explain the answer, are the two fractions equal? Explain your answer. Are the two fractions equal to each other? Okay, so we do one like this a few weeks ago. And what I did, I used a square. I don't think I do this. I didn't use this method last time. I think I used the LCM method. And then another one, divide this up into fifths. Right? And I can shade 3/4, and then I can shade 3/5. So for squares of the same area, 3/5 is less than 3/4 in terms of area covered, or equivalent fractions. Yes, show them equivalent fractions. We show them at the end. I'll show you back the tips at the end. The secret tips. At this stage in the game, it has 2 tips that I should know. 3/4 and 3/5. If I do the LCM, it's 20. 4 into 25 by 3 is 15. 5 into 20, 4 by 3 is 12. So we can see is larger than 3/5. Equivalent fractions. All right, so the denominator here carry different weights. So this denominator represents 5 parts of the whole. This denominator here represents 4 parts of the whole. So 5 parts of the whole, even if the numerator is the same, this has less weight. This will cover less area. La 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 la. A teacher discovered 2/5 of the pens she bought were defective. 2/5 is a big number. She had to carry that back to the store. She also noticed that 2/3 of the working pens were black. If 16 of the working pens were black, how many pens did the teacher buy? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 2/5 defective. The 2/5 not working or walking. Not working. So 3/5 working. That's the remainder. And out of this 3/5, remember I told you all this is the kind of question you're looking out for, fractions in a fraction. Out of this 3/5, we have 2/3 that are black. So the black pens will be 2/3 multiplied by 3/5. Cross, which is 2/5. 2/3 multiplied by 3/5 is 2/5. Wait, 2/3 multiplied by 2/5. Sorry, and I didn't make a big mistake there. 2/5 and it's right here. I made the mistake. 2. No. Correct. This was not a mistake. This was correctness. This was the remainder. I get lost in my own thoughts there. So this is 3/5, which is the remainder, right? Yeah. So 2/3. So wait, cross. So yeah, we good. It's going to be 2/5. It's amazing. Now most of the comments want me to go faster, so I need to go faster compared to the first like 5 sessions where everybody was wanted to go slower. All right, so 2/5. 2/5 of the pen are black. I feel like we're going to take a piece. If 16 of the working pens were black, how many pens did the teacher buy? So 2/5 is now representing 16. So the whole is equal, and notice how I like to use this arrow when I'm saying representing, because I don't want to write 2/5 equals 16 because that's not mathematically correct. So 2/5 represents 16. So 16 multiplied by 5/2. You hit them the flippy dips. Cross, cross. We get the 8 here. 8 by 5 is 40 pence, bro. So there are 40 pence to start off with. Dun, 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 dun. A roll of ribbon was used to make bows. Onella used 4/9, Faith used a third, and Karina used 1/6. Calculate the difference in the shortest and the longest. A roll of ribbon was used to make bows. Of a meter. Okay, so this is of a meter. So let's check them. Let's use a little LCM with the fractions one time to find who is the smallest. You know when you're trying to find smallest, LCM is coming in real good. So you can put everybody out at 18. So we had the 4/9, we had the 1/3, and we had the 1/6. If I give everybody at 18 as the denominator, can that work? I think it can. 9 could go into 18 2 times. 2 by 8 is 4. 3 could go into 18 6 times 6. 3. You all agree? So the biggest fraction is this guy, and the smallest fraction is this guy. So the difference between the shortest and the longest, the difference is going to be 6/18 minus 3/18, which is 3/18. All right, y'all, stop saying faster or slower. Just focus on the work, focus on the work. Remember what I tell you all, you have to look out for these behaviors in yourself. You have to sit down and see. Yeah, right now you need to do this. Some of you all need to do this. You need to sit down by a chair and say, self, how I can be better in this life, boy. How I can be better in this life. Right now, I see everybody writing faster, slower in the chat. Should I join them and just start writing faster, slower in the chat? Or should I focus on the work at hand? Should I focus on the work? Did I make a mistake in all of this? I hope I didn't make a mistake in all of this. What was this? 3 into 9 into 18, 9 into 18, 2. Just now going back to my drawing. Oh, geez, I highlighted the wrong one. I forget to multiply by 2. Okay. Close your eye for a second. Close your eyes, keep it closed. Bang. You can open it now. 5/80. 5/80. Yeah, no, seriously, peeps, in this age you are at, you are easily, you may not think so, but your parents can attest to this. You are easily influenced by the crowds. You are easily influenced by things like social media. I am easily influenced by social media. I can be easily influenced by social media. Because it's so addictive, and you see somebody doing one thing and you want to do the same thing as well. So you need to sit down at your desk and evaluate yourself and evaluate your behavior. Are you going to be part of the crowd, or are you going to be your own person? And I think you are going to be your own person and do your work. Your work is waiting. All right, let me keep going. Yannick used 1/5 of the sticky notes and gave 4/7 of the remaining sticky notes to his sister. He now has 36 sticky notes remaining. How many sticky notes did Yannick have at first? So that was the first read, and I understood nothing. So let me read it again. Yannick has 1/5 of his sticky notes and gave 4/7 of the remaining sticky notes to his sister. I'm taking it in. Right, he used 1/5. That part was trading off. 4/6 went to sis. He now has 36. Right, so this is what we need to equate the remaining to. I'm feeling it out. Are you feeling the question? Are you seeing the way? Do you see the way? Now I see the road. Are you seeing the road? The road is right ahead. So how many? Right, so I know how to begin. I should find out how much was used up, and then find out how much remained. So he used 1/5. He gave 4/7 of the remaining, so I can find the remainder of this first remainder part here first will be 4/5. You're all good enough to understand that, right? So if you use 1/5 remainder, it's 4/5. The sister girl get 4/7 of the 4/5. Hold on, I'm doing some maths here. Hold on. Let me just double check. 4/7 of the remaining 6. No, 20, sister. Yes, of me multiply. So this is 16/35. What a weird fraction. Well, we go roll it. So this is how much his sister get. This is how much he used out of all. And now we can add that up and subtract and get the remainder. Yeah. So in total, we used 1/5 plus 16/35. So this way feels a little natural. There's another way I could continue working out here, but this feels a little natural. And I can make that LCM 35 as well. Both of them. 35. 5 can go into 35 7 times, so I'll put 7 here. And then I'll add that up, and 7 and 6, 13, so 7 and 16 is 23 out of 35. I hope this fraction now ain't doing anything, because right now this fraction doing all kind of things. So in total, this was how much used. So far so good. I didn't make any mistake. Yeah, so far so good. So remaining is going to be 12 out of 35. Because I see like one number can I give up to 5 here, 2, and one number 1, so 12. So I just get the remaining fraction. So 12 out of 35. Niceness. This is what I wanted all along. This is what I wanted. So now that I know this, I can equate that to this guy. That's the road ahead. That was the road. I know I was going to drive past here just now. It was only a matter of time. So 12/35 is represented by the 36. So therefore the whole will be just now. Yes, the whole will be the time to flip this. You can divide, or you can just divide by this, or just realize that you need to flip it now, man. And 12 will go into this 3 times, and 3 by 35, 3 is 90, 3 by 5, 15, 90, and 15 is 105 stickers. Shout out to Betty, Jacob, and all the crew who are seeing this long time ago. All you're real brilliant. Josh, well done, Josh. Josh, you're catching, boy. You're getting this one. Yeah, now we are. Right now, we're only going up from 500 to the 600 and then coming back now. I don't think we hit the 600 yet. I've some news for you all. This is the third to last question. Yes, we're not actually going up to 40 questions today. We're just in fractions worksheet. There are green, blue, and red marbles in a jar. 3/4 of the marbles are green, and 2/7 of the remainder are red. What fraction of the marbles are blue? That was the first read. Second read. There are green, blue, red, 3/4 green, 2/7 of the remainder. Okay, so green start off with the 3/4. We started off with the greeners. It's only fair that we let green get a chance to shine properly here with a green color. Right, and now the remainder is going to be 1/4 for sure. 2/7 of the remainder are red, so now it's time to bring out the redders and them. The red. So the red is going to be 2/7 of the remainder. By the way, I'll see how much. So they saying you made an error. 305 sticky notes. Let's double check. Use this remainder. Sister got this 16. It was a weird fraction. I would admit it was a weird fraction, but I think it's good. Add it all in total, right? 23. This is the new remainder now. And I'm going to hit them the same thing just now again. Now I do. Reciprocate properly. 105 good. If you get to do 40 questions instead of this small amount. Alright, so the remainder, where was I? So we're doing the red now. 2/7 of the quarter. Remember, this quarter was black, right? color coded working on. I'll probably appreciate the color codedness coming in here. So anyhow, two sevens of the remainder cross with cross 1/14. What's the question? I forget the question. What fractions of the marbles are blue? Oh geez, I went and do that unnecessary thing here. Maybe it might come in handy later on. So the blue is 2/7 of the remainder are red. I guess the rest of them are blue. 3/4 of the marble are green. 2/7 of the remainder are red. The question can I see the remaining and the rest are blue. But okay, the blue would have to be 5/7 of the remainder. 5/7 of the remainder, that's so. Stop. This is the green. Most of the marbles green because 3/4 of the marbles green. Most of the marbles green are there. This is the remainder, and out of this remainder, we have red and we have blue. Everything is right with the wheel, man. Everything is right with the wheel. So this is 5 out of 28 blue and 1/14 red. Let me see where the question was going on. By the way, there should be 5 out of 28 here. That's it. You could have taken this question further in SEA. There was furtherness to take this question. You could have all you've seen it, and you're just getting that feeling in your heart. Just getting that feeling. I need a part B day, boy. I'm going to need a part. I'm going to need a part B on number 18. Number 10. Yeah, I was feeling that badly, but unfortunately there was nothing to get. A recipe for 4 pancake servings uses 2 1/3 cups of pancake mix. Why when I'm reading things the first time today, not sticking, boy? A recipe for 4 pancake. I'm going to try to read it the first time. I have one more question to try it out, number 20. When I read number 20, the first time I'm going to know everything. A recipe for 4 pancake servings uses 2 1/3 cups of pancake mix. All right, so we have 4 pancake servings. And in this pancake servings recipe, you need to add 2 1/3 cups of pancake mix. Oh, I thought it had more to it. It's just that? Okay. How much cups of pancake mix will... Easy thing. Easy thing. The easy thing, man. I feel like there's easy thing. What do you think? Feeling like easy thing. So they basically saying 4 pancakes require 2 1/3 cups of pancake mix. This is the vibe of this question, and I feel all these vibes. Of the P mix now, the P mix. So when you have this setup in SEA, CXC, CAPE, wherever place you're doing mathematics, most likely, and they want to go further, like get 15 instead, this is a fine for one situation. A fine for one situation. Meaning you can find out how much one pancake needs. So one pancake would need 2 1/3, which it can be rewritten as 7 and 3. 2 by 3 is 6 plus 1, 7 and 3. Divided, finding for 1 or unity is a division process by 4, which is the same as 7 over 3 multiplied by 1 over 4. Just doing all this extra part just so you can see what's going on, right? So this is how much one pancake is. To make one pancake, I need this amount of pancake mix. Just for 1 and 3 to multiply. So if I want to make 15 pancakes, thing easy to figure out. 15 pancakes will be 7/12 multiplied by 15, which is how much? How much is 7/12 multiplied by 15, class? Some people saying 8 and 9/12. 3 into this 4, 3 into this 5. 5 sevens are 35 over 4. 4 can go into 35 8 times, remainder 3. 8 and 3/4 cups of pancake. Real nice. Somebody said check back 18. Check back 18. 18 was feeling like it needed a part B, but that's it for 18. 18 is looking good. What do you think about 18, class? Type looking good if you find it looking good. 3/4 is correct. The remainder part, we did that correct. Out of the remainder, we found the red, which was unnecessary. Because we're really supposed to find the blue, which is the remainder of the remainder. 2 sevens. Not 2 sevens, 5 sevens. Now. The 2 sevens is for the red, 5 sevens is for the blue. 5 sevens of the quarter. And we get that. 5/28. Looking good? Looking good. Last one, ladies and gentlemen. And then we out. Aries was instructed. Let me just make sure they the last one. Next thing I set it on there. Let's see going up to 60 or something. Yeah, it is the last one. Aries was instructed to use 8 cups of sugar to make each picture of Moby. She made 7 pictures of Moby. What is the total amount of sugar used? Oh, cool. I forget I was supposed to read it one time and remember it. Next one, the next one. Next one. Aries was instructed to use 8 cups of sugar to make each picture of. Hold on, Am I frozen? Aries was instructed to use 8 cups of sugar to make each picture of Moby. She made 7 pictures of Moby. What is the total amount of sugar used? 8 cups of sugar to make each picture of Moby. So 1 picture is 8 cups of sugar. So if I want 7 pictures, will be 5/8 multiplied by 7, which is, by the way, whoever write this Moby question probably know that I don't like Moby, so that's why they come back with this Moby question. So 5 by 7 is 35 over 8. 8 can go into 35. 4 3/4. That's what everybody have. 4 3/4. 4 3/8. Sorry. Simple question. Simple. This one is 8 3/4. This one is 4 3/8. This person was clearly having any time of their life when they was doing this question. Between which 2 whole numbers as 4 3/4 lie. That one is easy. This is your number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4. This is 5. 4 3/8. Sorry. 4 3/8 is somewhere here. So 4 is here and 5 is there. 4 and 5. Whole numbers they wanted, right? So between 4 and 5. So what's your thought on fractions? What's your thought on fractions? You feel you're ready for fractions in the exam? Yeah, well, next week I'm going to do probably the toughest session that we do ever. Toughest session ever next week. We're going to do unequal sharing. We're just going to just do a bunch of unequal sharing next week. Somebody see to just double check number 16. What we get for number 16? If number 16 good, looking good, tell me. I want to go over the tips now. And I leave you already tips and then the shoutouts. Number 16. Yeah, I already checked it over, remember? I'll do 4 9s and 9 to 18, 2 by 4, 8. And I think I had 4 here. Yeah, it should be 8 minus 3. You can find 18 here. Today was a nice, cool session. Hopefully, you're feeling more and more confident as the days go by. And not paranoid or anything. Nobody's breaking down. Anybody had any breakdowns? Hopefully, you're in breaking down. You're staying strong. If you break down, get back up. If you break down, build back up yourself. Here are the tips. Very important. Easily to underestimate the power of these tips. There are 500 people here, so take it in. Take a break from studying with more studying. This tips are ridiculous, but it's so nice because, as I said, one of the things I realized that I do a lot. Even as an adult, I do this. So, like, I am a very busy person. I have a lot of work to do. So when I'm finished with one thing, I kind of distract myself with the next piece of work, and then I distract myself with the next piece of work. So you can think of it like that. You finish with writing an essay. Go and distract yourself with some unequal sharing. Go and distract yourself with something that maybe it doesn't necessarily need to be too hard, something that you're just refreshing, just learning over, and then you may see yourself getting deeper and deeper into it. Because the reason I'm saying this is a tip that's very important for this time is because this time, coming down to the last month into exam here, you need to maximize the amount of time you have in terms of learning without getting yourself all anxious and everything. So if you're finding learning one thing all the time, it's time to take a break with some more studying into something else. And this is even more important than that one, especially in mathematics. Do over questions that you did already. Please. So questions that you studied before, that you have written before. I know a bunch of y'all. Let me know. Yes. Type yes if you have. If you have it, you could say I have it. A desk set up somewhere, and you have all your practice papers. Maybe you have my practice booklet. It's right down there. And you have all of that, and you did all of them already, and you have them there set up. If you have that, go back and start to look at the old ones. Look at the places where you made the mistakes, and you can do over. You may not, depending on how good you are, you may not do over the section 1s, but definitely do over the section 2s and section 3s. It's just gonna be a nice way. Here's what it's like. It's like you have a nice little house here. You have a house. How old are you? 11? 11-year-old you have a little house here, and you went and you paint the house. Anybody ever paint for Christmas? But the first time you paint in a house, I don't know if you all happen to be painters, it's painted white. Pretend that it's white there. And the white paint is a kind of, you know what it's called it? It started P. Primer. So the first time you're studying, you're getting them the primer. Now is the time, now is the stage where you're coming in with the final coat and you're painting the house. Now we don't want to, let me make this house, green. You're coming with your final coat now. So come with your final coat and go and find out all them questions that you do. You will remember it better because you already do the questions before. It's a little trick that you're playing on yourself. Shout out time, so can you big up all the students in Richmond Street School? Yeah, boy, Richmond Street, big up yourself. Dahlia and Yaya and all the warriors, them, my friend here, Chisel, Adrian, no, Arian, Sanjani, Casey, Valine, Annalisa, Ariel, Candice, Rosary Boys, RC, big up yourself. Just now I have a sitting down. This here, just a second. Keefe, Riley, Kyla, Jevan, Matthew, Zoe, Josiah, Eli, Kelvin, shout out. One time, Lynch, Uzziah, Betty, and Keanu from something. Rihanna, it fly across my screen just now. Shout out to Megan, please. Me. Angelo, what's up? You good? You're studying? Of course, DJ, YouTuber. Rian, yeah, talk about Rihanna already. Keisha, yeah, boy, big up you and your friends, them. Crew Gamers, Chelsea, and Jenny. Just a few more, and Naya. I said Uzziah already. Sydney, Ronaldo, Andre, Nicole, Zanessa, Jonathan. Thanks, Veer. Bless up. Shekinah, Casey, Kaylee. And just like that, everybody press like on the video already. Press like. Press like on the video. Until we meet again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, love and blessings. Sydney. Come here.